How's it going, fellas? I'm going to show you how I transform my OBS Suburban's interior for under $650. Now, of course, we had to start by taking everything out of the truck, starting from scratch. I've already started with some insulation work here to fill in all these gaps, and then we're going to put more insulation on top, along with more up here. We've got a little bit of rust that we've been taking care of before we put the insulation in. Pretty much, we want to get a bunch of insulation so this carpet will be super soft and a lot nicer than the stock. Speaking of the carpet, here's our nice new black carpet that's going in. Very soft, and of course we got the insulation on it here. Pretty thick stuff. Now that is looking good, fellas. Already getting the front bit molded in, got some wires tucking through. This is a pretty hard part, getting it all molded right. Coming back, and then that's gonna be the next hard part, which is molding it to that little lip there. We shouldn't have any problem. Just keep cutting the holes for the bolts and everything's fitting into place. All right, let's go ahead and bolt the front seats in. These seats are temporary because they're destroyed, and we're gonna have to get new upholstery and everything for them, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put them in. All right, front seats are in. That's looking real nice. Gotta get that fixed. But check out this console. We got a clean console, stock console. We probably won't keep this, but it'll do for now. Do a little overview of these door panels. So what we did was did black leather on the tops, and then on the bottoms, we got this kind of micro suede style material. Break it up a little bit from the top to bottom. On the rear doors, we did the same suede across these whole panels. Looks pretty good. Nice and soft. And then once we get these rear panels in, they'll have the suede on them too, so it'll be all blacked out in the hatch. If you guys can't tell by now, we're doing a Starlight headliner kit as well. 600 piece right here. This is the light engine. It's got 2 modules, so we can send one to the back, one to the front, just kind of mix it up a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna have to do 600 strands. I'm a couple in here, I'm not sure, I ain't been counting, just throwing them in, got them all marked out. All right, so our first entire strand of 300 is done. Look at how many fiber optics, man. This is gonna be great to try to cut. Well, 600 fiber optics later, and we got her finished, boys. Let's turn it on, take a look. Let's go ahead and get this put in the truck. That was terrible to put in all by myself. Pretty tough to get up in there, it being a 2-section too. Now we'll turn this on when it gets dark, but right now we're gonna do a couple other things here. We're getting these back panels in, and we also got to hardwire this bad boy. Just got a package. This is every light for the entire interior, the mirrors, all, like doors, tag lights. I don't need all of them, but somehow they're getting real good with packaging. This is every light for the truck in here.
2 years ago, they would have sent that in a 5x5 box.
Yeah, nicely labeled too. This is just some random junk off eBay, but it all looks good, so we're gonna test it out. So let's see if we can get this stock halogen bulb out. I love how we're doing this in the middle of the day where we're not gonna be able to see them.
Yeah.
Look at that LED design. They made it 5 because it was probably a swastika.
Yeah, and they had to change the design.
They changed it, unfortunately. We interrupt this interior install with some paint work. We got to get this thing painted up a little bit before we go to some shows as we're finishing the interior. Go around here, we're going to be redoing the entire hood, so we got to blend in right here. We also got to go down the side because this is where all the paint chipped off from the trim. So let's go ahead and mix up some paint, try to blend this in. And just like that, the paint is applied. We got it over the top so it'll blend in and match the hood that we got painted. Looks halfway decent. It's a little wrinkly, but we did the best we could with only a couple hours of prep. There she is. Now, I don't know how well the camera will show this, but this is definitely slightly 2 different colors. I don't know if you can kind of see that it's slightly less aqua color down here. It has a little bit less of that green tint. This is the original color that we mixed. And, you know, it doesn't look too bad. This side will definitely show you. And you can tell that it kind of doesn't match, which is okay. we can live with it. The hood will be this color too. It'll kind of give it a weird two-tone gradient look, but so we're gonna let this cure. We'll throw the hood back on and we'll continue wrapping up the interior. Just a couple more things and it'll be done. All right guys, all we got is just a couple more little panels back here. We got some trays and stuff that need to be put in, and then we're gonna vacuum and clean, and then we are gonna be completely done with this interior. All right, that looks a lot better. Don't know where the little plastic screws for these went. This doesn't look too bad with just the black there. Eventually we're gonna figure out something to do here because we had a spare tire. We might do a sub box here, but until then we'll just keep this. So let's go ahead and get this cleaned up. All right guys, we are finally done with the interior. Let's go ahead and hop inside and take a look at everything. Immediately hopping in, you'll notice that we got brand new carpet, nice black. This has been really nice. Really hard to keep clean though. We went ahead and did leather on the doors as well as painting these black, and then we also got some forged carbon fiber trim hidden throughout the vehicle. Bottom is a type of little micro suede. Let's go ahead and hop in. All right, now that we're inside, we can kind of see the dash. If we can get zoom in on here, you can see the gauge cluster has carbon trim on it as well as carbon trim all around the dash. We also upgraded our knobs to newer style knob. This just looks way better and ties into our black, chrome, and gray theme on the interior. If we go around, we got more carbon trim on the bottom. We got our upper console all carbon trimmed up, and we had to buy 3 sets of knobs for this truck because we got this, the front one here, and then we got one on the back. If we take a look at the back, we did the same thing on the doors, keeping the stock leather seats for now. I do like the color. They are showing a little bit of age. The front's the worst, but the back is actually pretty good. But we might change that out to possibly a black or a black and gray combo just to match everything else on the interior. Now we can't forget that we put in a completely black new headliner. This is a nice plush feel here all the way back. We also put a Starlight in this, which we will show once it gets dark. If we head around to the rear and open up, suede door panels, as well as suede all the way across the rear panels, both sides, and then leather wrapped on the top with black inserts for the cup holders. We also did the rear speakers, the roof speakers, in the same micro suede type material, just to change it up a little bit on the roof. Well, now all we gotta do is wait for it to get dark for us to show off the lighting features that we've added to the truck. There's actually 2. All right, it is now extremely dark outside. We got the truck, you can't see it at all. Let's go ahead and pop on the Starlight. Alright, so here we are in the truck with the Starlight on. This really brings the whole interior together, especially with the black headliner and everything. Looks really good. As you can tell, we also put floor lights in, just a little accent lighting. Break it up a little bit, we can change the colors down there to whatever we want. Usually like to keep it on white just because it looks nice with all the other white lights in the truck. Got it for the rear too, passengers can get some light. But yeah, the Starlight, pretty cool. All the way back to the 3rd row, full roof. It can also be color changed as well, any color you want. It's got a phone app, you can do all kinds of junk. It's also got the twinkle effect, that's really cool. But I think the good old white color is pretty cool because it has all the different colors of the stars. But yeah, in the end, this whole interior only costed like $627, which isn't bad for a complete interior restoration. Starlight, you know, that'll run you like $100 some, and then you're about $100-$200 in on the carpet, and you got miscellaneous stuff like the knobs and all that. That's just little, and LED lights. It was actually really cheap. I'll see if I can get a price breakdown down in the comment. But yeah, that's the new Burb interior. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We're gonna now try to go to some shows with this thing. So we'll see you in the next one.